Welcome, DFS Daddy crew. We got week 5 NFL Sunday free picks for you coming at you live. I got a 6-man parlay. Just posted this in my winnable. I'm calling it a long shot because 6-man parlays tend to be. But I'm feeling good about these. Source them from LineStar. Source a few of them from PlayerPropShop, all of which can be found in the description. If you like research, if you like analytics, if you like data points, this is the kind of stuff for you. It has write-ups about why these are good plays. And if you want all of my personal plays sent directly to your phone, I got some college football. This was 3 yards from hitting. He got rebooted because he didn't play in the second half. So right now, this is looking like could be an all green slip. We'll see. Got some more plays put out for the next couple days, but you can find this in Winnable. Also, link in the description. I'm going to be dropping a touchdown parlay tomorrow, and I'm going to be starting to do a few same game correlation. So that's going to be some fun stuff on the horizon. Let's talk through 6 plays that I have for you today. Looking at Jaden Daniels over 9.5 rush attempts. This number has been hit by him, I think, nearly every time. He didn't get it in the last game. He ran only 8 times. So the reason I feel better about this matchup against the Cleveland defense, who's much better than Arizona, is he's going to have to actually evade a pass rush, which he wasn't having to do last game. So he's going to have to be evasive and take off and run if he has some guys in cover downfield, which the Cleveland secondary is pretty good. So I expect him to be run. It doesn't even matter about the yardage. Just need him to run or QB sneak 10 times. All right, we can do that. Joe Burrow and Eric All, I'm pairing these together. So Joe Burrow to go over 255 and Eric All over 60.5. Eric All's been really just a solid tight end addition lately. I didn't know he'd be clicking this fast, but I love seeing some consistency. He's getting a few targets, turning those into production. And then Burrow, friends over here at Player Prop Shop, his line is at 255. They're projecting him to go for over 300. So that's a line that I'm going to smash and lock in anytime I can. Divisional matchup. Bengals got to win. They can't go down to 1-4. So they're going to try to find a way to win against this Baltimore defense, who in some weeks has been a bit of a pass funnel, and people have had some success through the air through that. So I'm going to be taking that. See, they're allowing 282 yards per game. So going to take that. Last 3 here, my favorite play. I can't stop myself from including Josh Jacobs in these games against the Rams. The Rams have just let a few running backs, I think Mason, last game against Swift. They're just letting running backs go wild against them. They just they're missing Aaron Donald, I can tell you that. So Josh Jacobs over 67.5. This is another one where my partners at LineStar have him going for, I want to say maybe, so rush and receiving, rush yards. So they have him going nearly 10 yards over that. I'm hammering more the rush and receiving. I did that in my big parlay that I released to my winnable. So we're going to see how that goes. Jalen Naylor has been quietly playing well this season. Obviously, he's hit all 5 this season, but really it's looking at the why behind it. We had Addison out and hurt. We've had Darnold in this passing game just much improved. So their third wide receiver is actually of value. So going to take advantage. This is probably one of the last weeks that he will have a line that has value on it because Hawkinson's coming back. He's going to maybe absorb some of those shorter throws, some of those red zone looks that he's been getting. And then Bo Nix over 20.5 rush yards. To me, this number just doesn't feel right. And I think his last number is skewing maybe some of the market perception. You got to remember this last game, the weather was horrid. His passing yards were atrocious, really just terrible quarterbacking. But every other game we saw his athleticism come to fruition. I don't see why that would change now against a divisional opponent, inferior in some cases. I think this Broncos defense should be getting the Broncos offense on the field a lot, which is great. More chances for him to rush. So I'm going to lock in these 6. It's going to be a 24x, not 25, just because of pairing All and Burrow together. So like I mentioned earlier, be on the lookout tomorrow through my winnable for Longshot touchdown props. I'll maybe do 6 touchdown props. You can mix and match those. And then I'll also be doing some correlation. So if you're not familiar with correlation, that's where I will be looking to pair some of the quarterbacks and their wide receivers, especially in high totals or high projections. Or I might even go on the flip side. So like Allen and Stroud, I might go to their top receivers and play the unders on those because the market is very high on these guys right now. We're just kind of playing the buy low, sell high. So we're trying to sell high right now on the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. So Keon, too inconsistent for me. So the thing about it is this is the problem, right? Where they're going to just gut our payouts. So you could look for different receivers. You could look for different combinations. So the reason that they'll boost this from 7 to 8.5 is because going under on Allen and over on Samuel doesn't make sense, right? If the quarterback's going to go under, usually the receivers go under as well. So that's something where I'll be tinkering around with finding some combinations that aren't having that situation come to be, are not getting hurt as much, like rush attempts or something that we can sprinkle in. So the running back for the Buffalo Bills, maybe this is just a running script for the Buffalo team. So Josh Allen doesn't have to throw. So James Cook runs more. Okay. Well, on the flip side, what if we flip? It probably won't change it much. No, it will not. So Nico, we could maybe change this to one of the Texans' receptions. We could go maybe. So Stroud's still going to throw for a lot. But Dell is only going to get 3 targets or something. So we can tinker around with that. If we can get to 8, that's not the worst position to be in. 8, 8.5. If we can do correlation through that, we only have to hit about 1 out of every, I think 1 out of 6, 1 out of 7 is really like where we could actually profit a lot. So join my Winnable in the link in the description. You can get all my free plays tomorrow. You can mix and match. You can ride them. We'll make some money. Hope you have a great NFL Sunday. Thanks for tuning in.